Welcome to our sneak peek of an elementary classroom here at the Niceville campus. So I'm going to run over a couple things with you just to make you more familiar, but again, I want to definitely encourage you to click the button and schedule a tour at a time that's convenient for you so we can meet in person and so I can show you in real life teachers, classrooms, students, and curriculum. So this is the version of the Bible that we use here, the English Standard Version, and we'll give your student a copy starting in first grade, and they get to keep it all the way through fifth grade. We move it every summer in between classrooms, so your student is always on the right page and everybody's on the same page. We also use mostly Bob Jones University Press curriculum here in the elementary school. This is the second grade science curriculum, and this is the book, so we're going to be learning about a plant's life cycle here, and then they're going to have their activity manual, so they're going to find a plant's life cycle worksheet in here, and they're going to do that either independently or corporately, tear it out, turn it in, it'll be graded and come home to you, so you'll constantly see what your student is accomplishing. We're also going to give you 24/7, 365 access to our database management system through your family portal. So you'll have lesson plans up to 2 weeks ahead of time, grades, report cards, testing results, as well as announcements for our whole school. So it's really important to remember that we are kindergarten through 12th grade, and we have a lot of things going on school-wide that you'll want to know about. This is an example of our Bible curriculum. Again, we're going to be teaching from God's Word, and then students will be doing this work independently or corporately, turning it in, getting it graded, and then having that returned to you so you always see what's going on. And this is one more example. This is our spelling curriculum, the Bob Jones spelling. And just in case you're interested, we don't use any Common Core here at Rocky Bayou Christian School. So the math that we use is Bob Jones University Press math all the way up until about 4th grade, and then we switch to Saxon math, and we use Saxon math, which is a rote memorization math, all the way through 12th grade or whatever level of math your student is able to get to. In addition, we have different discipline systems depending on what department of our school you're in. So in the kindergarten building, we have one, elementary, we have a different one, and then in the academy, we use a completely different one as well. So these are all age appropriate for the level of students that we're ministering to. So this is an example of what we call a foot, and we use Galatians 5:16. It says, walk in the Spirit, and you will not gratify the desires of the sinful nature. As you can see right here, that is an acrostic, and we use this red foot and this black foot to determine godly character traits that we want to positively reinforce, as well as some behaviors that need correction. And so your student may come home with a foot every day, and on that foot may be a bunch of red marks, including something like a K. So if they have a red K on their foot, that means that they were kind. The teacher noticed, and the teacher had that student take personal responsibility for their awesomeness and put a red K on their foot, and you get to reinforce that at home as well. So it's everybody working together to reinforce all those excellent values that you want to shine forth in your child. In addition, your student may like to talk a lot. I have a student like that in my home. And so occasionally that student would come home with a black T on their foot. We're talking at the wrong time. So when the teacher's talking and that student has been warned and she's still talking, she may come home with a black T. So again, that's talking without permission, and that's a behavior that needs correction. So again, she would write that on her foot, and it would come home. So you can have a different kind of conversation and handle that whatever you feel like is appropriate in your home. But this is basically a constant communication tool that hasn't changed in the past 50 years here at Rocky Bayou Christian School to help parents understand how their child's day is going and how they can reinforce what we're doing 8 hours a day here at Rocky. So in elementary school here on the Niceville campus, we spend an hour and a half on language arts, about an hour and a half on math, and about an hour and a half on history and science every day. Language arts is going to include reading, grammar, reading comprehension, composition, and spelling. Math is going to include teaching a previous concept, teaching a new concept, reviewing all of that, doing some work here in class so the teacher can see that that concept is solidified, and then maybe doing a little bit of homework if there's time. The older your student gets here in elementary school, the more they're going to need to study their Bible verse every week, their spelling list, maybe for history and science tests and quizzes, and then eventually there will be some take-home work like science fair, book reports, and more. In elementary school, we are very focused on making sure that your student not only has a full academic plate, but also lots and lots of time to do extras. So we make sure to include PE every day for half an hour, recess every day for about half an hour. We also eat lunch outside every day as long as the weather permits. And we include computer classes by our computer dedicated teacher So he teaches Microsoft Office Suite, which is Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and Publisher at age-appropriate levels, as well as typing skills. Our students in elementary school enjoy chapel once a week, and then they also get to enjoy music twice a week, which is a fun, engaging, worship-filled time. Starting in 5th grade, they can branch out and decide if they want to spend 4 days a week for 40 minutes each doing band, choir, or art. So starting in 5th grade, your student can begin learning an instrument here at school or exploring their creative side with choir or art. We expand that all the way to theater once they hit middle school. So these are additional fine art options that we offer here at Rocky Bayou Christian School. We certainly want your student to be involved in making decisions about what they enjoy doing in their free time and how they can grow not only academically but also creatively. I hope that this has piqued your interest a little bit. I have so much more to tell you about our elementary school and about our whole school in general. I hope that you'll make time to schedule a tour so that we can meet in person and I can personally tell you all the things that matter most about your particular children here at Rocky Bayou Christian School.